It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, for all of the star power Blake Griffin had when he was in Los Angeles, it was tough for him to be the leader of the Clippers. There were bigger voices in the locker room, such as CP3 and Doc Rivers. But Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said, in Detroit, he's definitely the leader. When he speaks, everybody listens. This is his team. Kevin?
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You take a look at the Pistons. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, hoping to take that next leap.
And you know, right now for the visiting team, they've just crushed expectations all season long. Only a few people thought they could sustain this level of excellence, but here they are.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got B-Train. He's out there with Shorty. Slim is out there with D. And for the Pistons, on the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. Jackson and Kennard pair up at the 1 and the 2. And it's Snell in at the 3, the small forward. Steve, compare it now to when you were playing. Did teams go deeper into their benches than they used to?
Yeah, they do. I think because of this load management, resting players. So you see a lot of guys play a lot. And also what they've done right now with the G League, being able to bring guys up. They use those guys, and I think it helps a lot, even not on games, but in practice. You'll see more guys are involved in giving guys rest.
Yeah, that makes sense. Here's Shorty, guarded by Jackson. Shorty, the pass to D. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Snell. Pass to Kennard. Pulls up from the corner. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Left side, Griffin. And it's blocked. And they're running. Howard down with both hands.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Pass to Snell. Now here's Griffin. Defense is right there. Yep, that one goes in there. Griffin's got his second bucket tonight.
The more Blake Griffin gets comfortable at the mid-range, the more dynamic this offense becomes.
He lobs it up. Plays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. On the wing, Jackson. He's coming off a 22-point game against Milwaukee.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
And the pass to B-Train. Here is Slim. 5 to shoot. Pass to Shorty. Top of the key, and he gets the bucket.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Kennard, the pass to Drummond. Here's Jackson, and he drops it in from the low post.
And we're seeing more of this from Jackson. Under heavy fire, attacking inside.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
That one falls.
Do you see the game plan is working already? 4 straight makes to start this one.
Passes to Kennard. And there's a whistle that goes on B-Train. That is his first foul of the game. And for the last half-decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Rose, he's checked in for Detroit. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Detroit making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Outside Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Thompson. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got 6.
Good defense. Jackson could have passed out of it, but showing confidence in his jumper.
Thompson passes to the Beast. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
The Pistons have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. To the middle. Here's Jackson. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Count it. Jackson's gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. Thompson passes to Chan. 1:51 left to play in the first quarter.
Working in that mid-range area. The analytics may not love it, but that's a good look for him.
Rose kicks to Cannon. Pass to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
This has been a tremendous quarter for him. Everything he puts up now looks like it's going in.
Well, one area that has slowed the Pistons the last decade is their player development.
Yeah, you look at their roster, very few homegrown players. The Pistons haven't had a lot of hits with their first-round picks. To be a top team, you need to have a front office that can build from within.
Now the pass to Drummond. With his first shot attempt, it's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Not many do a better job of carving out space for himself than Andre Drummond.
Thompson outside. Pass the ball. Floats one, and it's sent back by Drummond.
Andre Drummond with the wingspan of 7'6". It's going to be hard to get it over him.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Jackson. Tight defense on him. Rose with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. And the basket by Rose.
Derrick Rose can score in many different ways. He's very comfortable in this spot.
Here's the Beast. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Jackson firing on all cylinders for the Detroit Pistons. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Andre Drummond says he's learned how to be a leader on this team.
Watching previous guys who've led this.
And, you know, Greg, with Blake Griffin, he's got somebody to take some of that leadership role alongside him.
And those two will be pivotal in deciding just how good this team can be.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
Wood out there with Dumboya. Then there's Markieff Morris. Then there's Jackson. And it's Rose in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Detroit right now. Steve, we've seen a few guys score close to 70 points in a game recently. Devin Booker of Phoenix certainly has gotten to that mark. Who might be the next guy to get to 70?
I think James Harden, because the way he shoots the three ball and gets to the free throw line, he's one. Steph Curry for sure. Kevin Durant. And I think Giannis in a few years, if he can start knocking down those threes, because I'm sure he can get about 40 points in the paint, 10 at the line, but he needs to knock down a few threes.
Passes it to Big Daddy. Makes it off the glass. Big Daddy's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Over in the corner, Rose. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Frames the three-pointer. Thompson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for Detroit, trailing by 2. They host the Clippers after this game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Jackson is doubled, and Morris throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Out to Thompson from downtown. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Outside Rose. Wood passes to Rose. Here's Wood. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And that one, good.
You love the balance from Reggie Jackson. Generate more power in the catch and shoot.
Thompson passes to Big Daddy. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Sweet little floater. Big Daddy's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Deadly, especially when you're on the road.
Griffin's checked in for the Pistons. Tony Snell comes in for Reggie Jackson. Snell, the pass to Griffin. He dishes it to Rose. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And they're pushing it up. Here's Slaughter. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that
A
dunk?
nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Pass to Wood. Down low. Here's Griffin. The 10-footer finds the target. Griffin's got 6 points.
I like this about Blake Griffin. Puts constant pressure on the defense. Plays a very physical game.
Here's Big Daddy, and it's in there.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Andre Drummond comes in for Christian Wood, and it's Kennard in for Dumboya. Here is Rose. He's coming off a 10-point game against Milwaukee. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it's blocked. Another shot. Griffin trying to get open. Indeed, Drummond drops it in.
Drummond is very active on the offensive glass. This is where he can pile up a lot of points.
Here's Big Daddy. To the paint, Shorty. And he lays it straight in. He has 6.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Here's Big Daddy. 10 points for him. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Rose surveying the D. Drummond in the post. Count it. Good. Drummond's got 6.
The defense has to know not to put a smaller defender on a player of his caliber.
Here's Shorty. He's covered by Rose. Rose with the double team. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The pass to Griffin. Here's Snell. Pass to Drummond. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
It was contact there, but that's not enough to stop Andre Drummond.
Here's Big Daddy. He's covered by Rose. Over to the left wing. This one for 3. Good on the triple.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Up top, Griffin. 17 points in his last outing. Fires from deep. Another 3 for Detroit.
Blake Griffin's improvement from range. When he makes this, the defense has to make an adjustment.
Back to the action after this word.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Checking out the visiting team. Kenny, what did you see from them?
They were really efficient on offense. Shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage in the first half.
Shaq, what'd you think about the Pistons?
The second half is gut check time for the defense. Allowing over 60% shooting is weak sauce. Weak barbecue sauce, weak Butterfinger sauce, weak sauce period. The coach needs a light fire under these guys. If you don't want to do it, I'll do it, Ernie.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Reggie Jackson has been sensational.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by... Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
I love that play right there. You see the patience of Blake. Doesn't force anything, just waits for his man to break free.
There's a nice one-handed slam.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Passes to Drummond. Back to Jackson. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Fabulous night for Jackson. He's unconscious scoring the basketball. You see all the work he's put in, and it's paying off.
Shorty the pass to D. And it goes down 2 points. D's got 4 points in the quarter.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Here's Snell. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Drummond. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Smitty, you played with the U.S. national team. Would you say they allow more physicality in FIBA than they do in the NBA?
No, I think, Kevin.
Look here for Detroit. Morris is checked in for Andre Drummond. Christian Wood comes in for Blake Griffin. And Doumbouya is subbed in for Tony Snell. Thompson against Jackson. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
Big Smooth, he's checked in for Slim. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Jackson passes to Morris. And it's Doumbouya in the corner. Pass to Jackson. And easy 2 points on the layup. Jackson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
And it's good for 2.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Pistons trail by 7. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And the foul on Big Smooth. That's his first foul.
Well, a new start in Detroit for Dwayne Casey. Led the team to the playoffs in his first season. Seems to be a great match between the team and their coach.
Here's Morris. Count that one.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Thompson outside. Inside. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
And Jackson gets it to go. And for Casey, Steve, he had the pedigree of success that the Pistons wanted.
Also, Casey, I thought, was brought in to change the mindset of this team. Immediately was able to change the culture of the Pistons. Setting a new tone goes a long way for a developing team.
And that's a foul called on Bowler. That's his first foul. Derrick Rose is checked in for the Pistons. Doumbouya kicks to Rose. Pistons passing it around. Now Doumbouya. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Just 4 to shoot. Rose passes to Doumbouya. The long distance 3 is buried.
The defender was pretty much helpless right there. This man had a clear height advantage, and he got the exact kind of shot he wanted.
Thompson surveying the floor. There's 1:38 left here in the third quarter. And that one drops. Thompson's got 8 points.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
And let's forget the height disadvantage. He brings the effort and he brings the energy. I will say this about his shooting stroke. It's pure when he's got it going. Perfect so far this quarter.
And with Reggie Jackson at the point, you're going to get more of a score than a playmaker.
And that's okay as long as you plan for that with your system. Reggie Jackson is great at creating for himself, but you like to see him do a little bit more to set up the rest of his team.
And it's blocked. 52 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Thompson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Rose. That free throw good from Thompson. A different look here for Detroit. Drummond's checked in for Morris. Griffin comes in for Christian Wood. And Tony Snell subbed in for Doumbouya.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
There's the pass to Jackson. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists now in this one. Gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Jackson against Thompson, and he makes that one. Thompson's got 8 points in the quarter.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Outside Jackson. Here's Griffin. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Griffin's got 11.
Big and powerful, Blake Griffin uses his body to his advantage, gets an angle, and finishes.
Wow, huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the shot clock, ending the quarter the right way.
And so it's the visiting team in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Pistons trail by 9. At the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Rose is out there with Jackson, and it's Drummond in at the center. That's the group for Detroit right now. Kicks to Snell. 5 to shoot. Tipped away. Ring shot on the way. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Thompson against Jackson. Thompson passes to D. Knocks down the 10-footer.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
Here's Jackson, and Thompson sends it back. They get it back. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Pistons. On Friday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard. and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Sunday, the Houston Rockets will come into town.
And looking at that next matchup, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Kennard, he's checked in for Rose. Gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Aguilar, and the layup's good off the glass. You know, Steve, the 2018 rookie class really burst out onto the scene. What has impressed you most about that group?
I think a couple things, Kevin. First of all, they're very talented. They handle themselves extremely well off the court. But most of those guys were able to last through the rookie wall and play pretty much 75 to 82 games.
They really put their fingerprints on their team, didn't they?
They did, and a lot of those guys are leaders.
Pass to B-Train. Here's Shorty. Here's B-Train. Here's D. Good on the three-point shot.
Timeout.
D's got 9 points here in the second half.
And, boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, Dwayne Casey just going over the game plan with his team down the stretch. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole, and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Thank you, David.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
And the defensive impact that Andre Drummond can have on the floor is a major factor.
Well, you know that Drummond is going to do the work of 3 players on the glass, but he's also been a solid rim protector who makes up for his height with great timing and reach.
No problems knocking that one down. 15 points for D.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Pistons trail by 14. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Shot from the inbound. He lays it in.
Terrific concentration. Drummond maintaining focus through some physical play.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Yes, that goes in. D's got 10 points in the quarter.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
Kennard kicks to Snell. Poke loose. Here's Shorty. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Griffin looking around. Clock at 6. Pulls it up. That's tipped, but he stays with it. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's B-Train. Passes it to Shorty. Here's the teardrop, and he sinks the layup.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Outside Jackson. Buries it down low. Jackson's got 29 in the game.
I mean, taking what the defense allows, Reggie can run the pick and roll in a variety of ways.
The pass to Aguilar. That one goes in.
Timeout. Overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're behind by 16. 1:49 left to play in the final quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, D.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players.
These are the fundamentals we're always talking about. Excellent bounce pass.
Gotten all 8 of their shots in the fourth quarter to drop. Truly remarkable. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth. Pass to B-Train. Here's Shorty. Smitty, with players like Curry and Lillard taking such high difficulty shots from deep, deep range. I mean, these are just amazing. Some have said that it's hurting the game and that kids will try to emulate it. What do you think about that?
You know, Kevin, I think it is to some point, and to this point where so many kids now at a younger age are shooting the 3-ball from so deep. I would love for a lot of these guys to be able to show the work they put in, and then those kids try to emulate that.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Thon Maker's checked in for Griffin. Brown comes in for Tony Snell. Langston Galloway's checked in for Luke Kennard. And Tim Frazier's subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
Good on the bucket.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Here's Galloway. It's tipped, and they're able to recover. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Here's Money. He's covered by Brown. Here's Money. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And we'll see you next time.